Welcome to the Stod-Cast, where we talk about all things Berkshire local schools. And today we have a very special treat for our viewers because we are on location at the Berkshire Early Childhood Center. So I am here today with my two friends, Dr. Povozaev and Mrs. Dawson, who run the Early Childhood Center. So either Amy or Vanessa, could either of you give us a rundown on what exactly is the Berkshire Early Childhood Center?
Absolutely. The Berkshire Early Childhood Center is a school for our 3, 4, and 5-year-old students. We offer full-day preschool as well as any other options that parents would like to choose. We will accommodate and work with any family if they are not comfortable with sending their children 5 days a week, full day, even though we do offer that, and that's available for our families, as we know that we have many working parents and guardians. But we will work to any and all families' needs as well as the children, because sometimes we know that kids, when they first leave their homes and their parents at 3 years old, they do really struggle a little bit with that sense of detachment from their moms and dads, which is normal, or their grandparents. And so we allow them to start slow if they want to come in just for half-day programs, as well as we will work to transition them to full day.
Awesome. So all of our viewers, if they want to know where they can find more information about the Berkshire Early Childhood Center, where could they find some information?
So we actually, on our Berkshire Local School District webpage, we have our own little Berkshire Early Childhood Center section and site, so you can find any and all information, as well as on social media. And when you go to our website right now, there's an automatic box that pops up that's where you can choose to register your child for preschool. And then when you click that, you will find all information about our programs.
Awesome. And we are open and taking all applications.
Yes.
Right? So Berkshire parents, if you have 3 to 5-year-olds, get them signed up for preschool here. We offer the wide range of services at our preschool.
So the nice thing with that too is you don't have to be a Berkshire parent to have your child come to our program.
All parents in the county, get your kids to the Berkshire Early Childhood Center.
We do have a lot of parents who work locally, or we have parents who go to school down at Kent.
Sure.
So their kids do come to school up here. And the nice thing with having parents that go to school at Kent is some of them have to go to school later than a school hour normally is. So we also offer our before and after school program so they can drop their kids off early or pick them up a little later for an additional charge.
Awesome. And so the Berkshire Early Childhood Center has been around for 2 years, and Mrs. Dawson, you've been involved with it for 2 years. Can you give us a little bit of background on how we started and how we got to the building we're in today?
Yeah, so last year we actually started the program down at Kent State. So it was kind of fun. Some of the kids got to see their sisters, brothers who were going to school down there. We had 3 classrooms down there while the building that we're in now was being built. So over the summer, our teachers were super excited when we got the letter from you saying that we could come into the building and we can start setting up our new classrooms. That gave us a wider area for the kids to play in. We have a playground for them. We also have a sensory and vestibular room for any of those needs of children who have to be taken out of the room to self-regulate.
Awesome. And we have access to this great playground. We do have a fenced area that we use for a playground, but they could also access the other Berkshire playground if they needed to, which they couldn't when we were down at the Kent campus.
Correct. They had to take a long walk up the sidewalk when they wanted to do that.
Now compare the rooms. Like we had those 3 rooms at Kent. In terms of size and space, how do they compare to the rooms we have now?
So these rooms are actually bigger. And the biggest bonus I think I've seen for this is we have preschool, as I like to call them, preschool-sized toilets. Oh. There is a bathroom inside of each classroom so the students don't have to come out, go into a separate lavatory where they had self-flushing toilets that really did scare some of the kids. So here, these are not self-flushing toilets. The toilet is their size, and so is the sink.
So it was awesome of our friends at Kent to allow us to use the building, but that building was really designed for big people.
Yes.
Not little people. And so our little people had to use step stools and other things to use the restrooms. And here, hopefully you have an adult-sized restroom in this building somewhere too.
We do.
Okay.
we got 2 adult-sized toilets.
I'm not sure I'd be able to get back up if I had to sit on a preschool toilet.
And it's really important actually for preschool age children to be able to, wherever they're sitting, to put their feet on the floor, because they are actually very top heavy, and that's how children could actually have an accident by falling backwards. So the way that everything is designed in this facility is in all of our furniture, everything is to the child size of 3, 4, and 5-year-old, which is very critical and important to our safety of our kids.
Talk to us a little bit about the curricular aspects of the Berkshire Early Childhood Center and maybe some of the things the kids do here, so people are fully aware of what they would be getting if they enrolled their child here.
So we actually use the creative curriculum, which is a science of reading state adopted curriculum. It is the actually only recommended curriculum that from the Ohio Department of Education and Workforce. And since all of our teachers are certified in science of reading standards, then that is really critical for our students. But that curriculum actually includes literacy and foundational components like phonics, phonemic awareness, letters, but we also have a math curriculum involved, a STEAM and STEM curriculum as part of that, as well as every week that we actually collaborate together, the teachers, to put together a STEAM or STEM activity that's all hands-on. And most often, even classrooms are working together on that. So it creates an opportunity for learning. We also do a lot of partnerships, community partnerships in terms of programs for our kids. So we work with the Burton Library. We also work with the Fairmount Arts, and they'll do art therapies and creative music therapies for our students. And we're working on a partnership with the Master Gardeners through Ohio State University Extension, where they will come out to help our children with activities, hands-on, in terms of gardening and planting. And do you want to talk about the Dino School?
So Catholic Charities has a program called Dino School.
Sure.
And Miss Roseanne comes out once a week, all school year, to read books with the kids and teach them other social and emotional awareness things that are going on. Sometimes we can say, hey, this is what we're seeing in the classrooms, and she'll bring in a book and gear it more towards what she's seeing as well. And the kids love having Dinah come in, so she has a little puppet that she brings with her that's Dinah that gets to visit all the kids.
Okay. Awesome. So if they came to this program, they would be set on the exact right track they need to hit the ground running for kindergarten at Berkshire. But they also get a lot of play-based experiences. Can you talk a little bit about the play-based experiences they have here?
Sure. All of our classrooms have centers. That is a typical program in terms of preschool, where there's play-based center opportunities for students. There are writing centers and literacy centers, math centers, but there's also imaginary play centers like puppets and dress-up stations, taking care of your pet or animal. Those are all types of some examples of play-based centers that we have, and we rotate those throughout the varying classrooms. So you'll actually see some of those today.
Awesome.
So the centers, they also rotate to go along with the curriculum that we're learning at that time.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So some of the rooms get decorated. Right now they're learning about water. So one of our rooms is decorated for under the sea. We've got dolphins hanging from the ceiling, seaweed growing from the floor, all the fun different things that make it more engaging for the kids. And that's what our teachers like to do, is find out what the kids are interested in that will go with that unit, and then kind of decorate and do the theme around that. It makes the kids want to learn about whatever is being taught for that unit that time. All of our teachers are also state licensed teachers.
Yeah, which is very different.
So
Not
the difference
all
between
programs.
the Berkshire Early Childhood Center and a lot of other preschool programs is we
Yes.
have state licensed
Teachers.
who we know are highly trained and understand the curriculum and can get those kids ready for school.
And 2 of our teachers are
Yes.
actually intervention specialists as well. So they
Great.
work with all of our students who are on IEPs.
So if we didn't have this, we would be sending students elsewhere in the county for this, right?
Yeah, so the Berkshires had a preschool program for a long time that was actually outsourced through the Educational Service Center. They had 1 classroom, so we could fit 16 kids. I actually worked for the ESC prior to coming to here, so I know a lot about that program before I came over as well. And we had students on a waiting list. So that was hard because families wanted to get their kids in the program and they weren't able to. So the nice thing with it being in-house now is we have the ability to grow. And we have not had to put anybody on a waiting list yet.
Awesome. So everyone can get into preschool if they want to be in preschool. And we also have a service that's not just for preschool, but before and after school care for other families. Can you talk a little bit about Badger Care?
Yes, actually, Badger Care is available for working families, and actually some of our staff actually access it as their children need a place as they're starting to work. So we open at 6:30 in the morning, and then we provide care after school until 5:30 in the evening. Next year, some of the things that we're going to put in for after school care is a little bit of a structured learning time. So if kids do have homework time, they can get it done. And we're going to be working with our K-12 school for any alignment. So if like a second grader needs some support with starting like multiplication and flashcards, we're going to kind of work with them on some basic facts. We also have a snack time in there and a lot of play time, because as soon as the kids get done with school, they want to kind of release some of that energy first and then kind of settle in for activities, and then they get to play outside as well. So it's really, next year we're going to offer a little bit more specific supports inside of that after school program, because we realize that sometimes if you're getting your kiddo at 5:30 and then you're off to sports with them, you didn't have time for the homework, so we'll give you some time here if they need it.
So 6:30 a.m. parents can drop off if they have to be at work early. And then how long after school do we typically stay open for parents who work late?
Until 5:30 p.m.
5:30 p.m. So parents out there, if your students, and typically what grades? We're usually kindergarten through?
Preschool through fourth grade.
Preschool through fourth grade.
Anybody up through the elementary school.
Any young family with anyone in preschool or elementary school, if you need to get to work early, we open at 6:30 and we will keep these kids up to 5:30 p.m. So 2 hours past. 2 hours and 20 minutes past when school dismisses here, if you can't get here right away. And what do we usually charge parents for that service?
So we typically charge $5 it will be $5.50 an hour.
Per hour.
$5.50 an hour. Much cheaper than babysitting.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
And there is additional information about the program on Berkshire's website as well.
Okay. Awesome. So is there anything else that you ladies would like to tell us about the Berkshire Early Childhood Center before we get out and actually see some live classrooms happening with the Childhood Center?
I think we've pretty much covered everything. We are next year implementing a whole body listening curriculum, which helps students to learn those learning to learn behaviors. So looking eyes, listening ears, quiet hands, quiet mouth. And it's a way for our students, we're going to be using visual cues as well as sign language to help our students. And then we are also bringing in social emotional learning stories next year as part of our curriculum.
Do we offer adult versions of those classes?
Yeah, so the thing we've learned a lot in the last 2 years is, and most of us know it as parents too, is little minds don't know how to process their feelings. So all of a sudden they're mad or they're sad, and sad turns to mad. So we are going to be working on zones of regulation. That is one of the first things we work on with the curriculum in the first 6 weeks, is teaching these kids to self-regulate and how to identify how they're feeling. Where in each classroom we have a cozy corner. So when they are feeling sad or upset or just need that minute to process, they have a safe, calm, quiet area to go within the classroom, so the staff can be there with them.
And some choices that they can make. They're learning how to make their own choices of what helps them feel better. One of the biggest child development pieces of this age is like expressing what they want and need and expressing their feelings appropriately. So that's some of the foundational skills we offer.
So families, register your kids for preschool here at the Berkshire Early Childhood Center. Go to the website. We have an online registration. You can get them all signed up. And families at the building and preschool through fourth grade, if you need to drop them off a little early or you need to pick them up a little late, $5.50 an hour, and we'll take care of your kids until you can get here. Awesome. Also remember, like and subscribe to the Stod-Cast so that you get all the latest updates and news about the district. So you can hear awesome things like this Berkshire Early Childhood Center discussion. So, what do you think? Should we go visit some classrooms now?
Absolutely. I know the
Let's
kids are
go.
excited to
The
see
kids
you.
can't wait to
Let's
see
go see
you.
what they have.
Oh,
Good afternoon. Hi, how are you? Show me where to sit.
In the middle.
Oh, look at that. We've got a Stod-Cast goes to preschool. This is awesome.
Yeah, we cut all of these stuff.
Are we going to color it all?
Yeah, we have to color it in the line.
All right. Are these guys graduating?
Elijah will be going to pre-kindergarten next year.
Okay.
And then Deegan will be going to kindergarten.
Nice. Awesome.
I'll go there too.
Yep, after next year. We got one more year with you.
And
What do you think about that?
that's cool.
Did I stay in the lines good enough?
Yeah.
Think he's ready to graduate?
Yeah.
Does it look like me?
Yeah.
It has been awesome
You can come back
coloring
whenever
with you
want.
guys. All right, let's go see what we got going on in the other classroom.
Hey.
Oh,
After
yes. What do you think's better, to wiggle it on or dump it on?
dump it.
Oh,
This is our name art, and we're working on a literacy name activity.
have you done this before? You're pretty good at it.
No,
Yeah?
I have not done this.
You haven't?
So this activity, it supports early literacy as the children are recognizing and building their own name.
What do you think? Should I sprinkle it, Riley, or should I dump it?
Sprinkle.
Sprinkle? We'll try the sprinkle method.
Great job, Riley.
You like mine, Riley? Awesome. We're gonna give that to Garrett so he can dump his sprinkles on. Riley, where am I supposed to put this? By the door? Okay. Put it right here? Okay. There we go.
On my way one,
Yeah?
with teachers and Berkshire in it.
Yeah. I'm on my way video.
I'm on my way. I'm on my way. Watch me be the best that I can be.
Yeah.
I'm on my way.
So this is his augmentative communication device. This is what helps Tyler talk because he can't always speak on demand. So we use that, and then the sensory room has been such a wonderful space for our kiddos because it really supports our neurodivergent kiddos and our academic needs. And their academic needs, and it gives them a place to regulate and to kind of recollect themselves to go back to the day. Do you want to show Dr. Stoddard something else? Okay, thank you for saying yes. Where are we going? Okay, jump, 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 jump.
Good job, Tyler.
Good job.
Jump,
Yes, jump, very good.
roll, roll, roly boat.
All right, Miss Alyssa, you and we're gonna kneel here. Okay, so this is like a canoe or a boat, and it helps deep pressure, and it helps them regulate, so then we can squeeze it. But he also likes to sing, so he tells us he wants this by singing row, row, row your boat. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. There you go.
Everyone has to have a crash pad.
Yes, so you do a running start, and then you just crash. Look, Dr. Stoddard, you missed it, Ty.
All right, so this is our
Hi!
We've got a bunch of obstacle courses set up. This is our controlled chaos right here.
Hi.
Practicing a lot here.
All right.
We're practicing our waiting, sharing. Obviously, floor is lava. We're practicing staying out of the lava. So We've got hoops to jump through, we've got cars to ride, we've got all kinds of fun things.
Awesome. How awesome was this? It was so awesome to see the preschool. All right, thank you all for joining the StodCast today to learn all about the Berkshire Early Childhood Center. I hope that you learned a lot. Special thanks to Dr. Povozaev, Mrs. Dawson, and all of the teachers and awesome students that we have here at the Berkshire Early Childhood Center. And remember to always stay curious, stay connected, and go Badgers.